I will say that it met my expectations of the PPP government, and that is absolutely nothing of substance for working class Guyanese. It is simply more of the same. And what is troubling to me is when you sit and you listen to the rationale proffered by the minister for some of the decisions taken and the allocations made, it is mind-boggling to me. I'll give you an example. In his speech, he said, he was speaking on education, for example. He indicated that UG was getting somewhere in the vicinity of $4 billion. He then went on to say because people are unable to access the physical structures of the university in Tain and on Turkine, that they have gone online. And then he launched into his justification for the support of GOAL, the Guyana Online program. And it occurred to me that we could go online offering courses at the University of Guyana. So if you are talking about lack of access to physical structures as a justification for pumping all of that money into gold, it would appear to me that the money would be better spent, pumped into the University of Guyana, our university, and having them being able to offer the online courses. But you know, gold seems to be somebody's business, and we're going to get to the bottom of exactly what it is. Because year after year, in $1 trillion budget, you are starving the university of resources. This is a time when we need to be focusing on pumping money into research and development and incentivizing innovation. And the University of Guyana is the perfect mechanism to do it. But this government continues to be vindictive and continues to starve the university of resources. When it comes to the measures for the poor and working class Guyanese, they've done exactly what they did last year. Allocate a sum of money, the apportionment of which will be studied. I am happy to see things like the increase in the public assistance, but in $1 trillion budget, it could be more than $3,000. It could be more. All of this has to be looked at in the context of the size of the budget. And so there's no emphasis on human capital development. You see it heavy on infrastructure again. You see all of the measures poised to get money back into the hands of big business and not enough disposable income for the common man. So it is more of the same. I am deeply, deeply disappointed. I was hoping that this PPPC government would surprise us. But again, it's more of the same. And I think Guyanese have a hard year ahead in terms of weathering the cost of living crisis that they're currently facing. And the fact that this government is going to be pouring so much money so quickly into the economy and fueling the very inflation that they accuse us of wanting to fuel when we advocate for a livable wage for Guyanese. And I want us to understand what is the thinking of this government. They do not care about people. They have never cared about people. They care more about concrete than they do about people. And this budget is there for all to see. I'm sure you'll be hearing more from us in the coming days, because we will be dissecting it sector by sector so that the Guyanese people understand that when we needed it the most, this government abandoned us. They must understand that, and I always say, if you give me X dollars, if you give a person $1 when they need it the most, it is better than giving them $10 when they don't need it. And the people of Guyana need all of the relief that they can get right now. And the fiscal space in this budget allows it to happen. But this government that we have, this PPPC administration, they don't care about people. But like I said, elections are coming, and I want the people of Guyana to remember that when they needed the assistance the most, this government preferred to pour it into concrete.